and Bulldogs with another video, and today we will be doing a reaction to the brand new SML Universe video, and this one will be to the brand new SML Universe video. Every SML video based off a live event part 2. So before we get into it, hope you will all like this video reaction. If you do, hit the bell icon so you will get notified whenever we upload posts and go live on Daily Bulldogs, followed by that subscribe button. Also, let it be known in the comments down below or not so we can welcome you to Daily Bulldogs. That's no cap as well. So, without further ado, enjoy the reaction. 3, 2, 1, let's see and find out what this will be about. Let go. Let go.
SML has made so many videos based off real-life events, to the point where I had to make a part 2. Like how recently...
I mean, well, yeah, that would make sense. Oh, yeah.
In SML movie The DoorDash Problem, Brooklyn guy is just trying to relax and get on his couch with a beer, when Karen forces her bizarre TikTok casserole on him, and after refusing to eat it, he knocks out for a nap while waiting for his Taco Bell order on DoorDash. Meanwhile, Rose starts her first DoorDash delivery, as she becomes a delivery woman so that she can help pay the house payment. Rose would drop off the Taco Bell at Brooklyn guy's house. However, she noticed that the door was cracked open and would walk in, only to see Brooklyn guy asleep and naked, which makes her freak out and report that she was, quote, assaulted, sending the story straight to the news. Brooklyn guy wakes up shocked to find the world talking about his tiny wiener, gives an unhelpful public statement trying to defend its honor, and ends up getting arrested and put on trial, where the judge rules he's innocent and that Rose was never actually assaulted since he was just sleeping in his own home, and she basically trespassed. Rose returns home devastated from losing the case, only for Brooklyn guy to call Marvin, bragging that it's finally big now, inviting Rose over with a camera, while Karen screams for him to put it away. Now, this...
Yeah. Well, that would typical Brooklyn guy though. No good plan.
Video is based off a super recent event, involving a female DoorDash driver in a very similar situation to the SML video. The DoorDash driver would go on TikTok, and she would record the guy sleeping on the couch. And she would claim that he saw it was a female driver, and faked being asleep so she could see it. Now, this video was utterly dumb, as first off, this lady driver...
Yeah, it kinda was kinda dumb, to be honest.
should not have been looking inside another person's private home, even if the door was open. And on top of that, she shouldn't record him sleeping, no matter the
without his permission, especially no kid.
circumstance. This lady would end up accusing him of sexual assault.
I mean, if you do this, just don't put it out to the public. Keep it private between you if you want. Not a good idea if you record someone without their permission and put it out to the public. Okay, you can record, but just don't put it out to the public. Especially
and this would enrage viewers, as the guy did nothing wrong. Bro, the problem is you didn't get sexually assaulted. Oh my god, something's wrong with you.
Hi guys, I'm Matt.
Well, yeah.
I'm your Florida representative, Lower Alabama and Lower Georgia representative for Wyotek and Laramie, Wyoming. So tonight...
Get a mental evaluation on her, cause none of her story makes sense. SMH. And even DoorDash would realize this, as 2 days later, she would lose her job and get banned from the app. This would piss her off, and she would end up going on TikTok to rant about it, and basically...
You did it. That was your fault. Yeah. That was your fault that you did it, okay.
You would pull the victim card, acting like she was assaulted, and the DoorDash ban wasn't fair.
I was literally working, and they deactivated me. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing. They just fired me!
Now, this
Yeah, listen to the craziness on. Yeah, no cap. Even sounds like it. Okay, look.
situation was all stupid, and the woman was making the situation sound really bad, when
Yeah, she was.
the proof of her not being assaulted was right in front of everyone's eyes. However, she would end up getting the consequence she needed, as a few days later, she would end up getting arrested for second-degree unlawful surveillance, and first-degree dissemination of an unlawful surveillance image. It's unknown how long she will be in jail for, however, the guy would get his justice served, and on
Good for him.
top of that, it would turn out that the guy was intoxicated and was unconscious, which means he was never faking being asleep and didn't flash the girl in any way. Now, this situation was definitely bad, but a whole heist on a museum is way worse on a crime level. And we see this real-life event be portrayed in SML movie The Louvre Heist. This video starts with Junior, Joseph, and Cody whining about school, when Junior suddenly decides they should buy a private island to not go to school. Then, that immediately jumps to the idea of stealing priceless art from the Louvre. After Joseph claims his friend, Debo, works security there. Despite Cody insisting it's impossible, the boys somehow fly to Paris, walk right in, grab the Mona Lisa, a crown,
Don't think anything impossible if you don't know that it's for sure impossible. Truly, is anything impossible? I mean, some stuff, but not a lot, no.
diamonds, and even the Pink Panther gem, and stroll out like it's no big deal, only to come home and panic when they see themselves on the news. They try selling everything to Ronald McDonald, who's hilariously obsessed with ruining Burger King, but Cody secretly calls the cops mid-deal and trades the stolen goods and Debo for immunity, resulting in Ronald getting arrested on the spot. When Junior realizes Cody made a sketchy handshake deal with the cops, and they won't get any money, the boys sulk on the couch, annoyed that their Paris heist was basically for nothing.
Yeah.
Now, the plot of this video sounds like a good old classic goofy SML video.
That's true.
So there's no way this is based off a real-life event, right? Well, it turns out it is, because on October 19th, 2025, a group of thieves pulled off a wild heist at the Louvre Museum in Paris, France. They showed up dressed like construction workers and walked out with 8 pieces of the French crown jewels worth around 88 million euros. The whole thing took under 8 minutes, and they were only actually inside the gallery for about 4. And get this, it happened while the museum was open like it was any other ordinary day. It ended up being the Louvre's first major art theft since someone stole this all the way back in 1998. Now, the fact that this robbery only took 8 minutes in total was absolutely insane. However, when it comes to the people involved, at first, investigators thought 4 people were directly involved in the heist, and 2 of them were caught only 6 days after on the 25th of October, and one was even grabbed at the Charles de Gaulle airport while trying to fly to Argentina. Both had past run-ins with the police, and DNA from a helmet they left at the scene tied to one of them at their job, leading them to partially admit what they've done and get hit with organized theft and conspiracy charges. A few days later, 5 more people were arrested, though only one was believed to be a part of the original crew, and in the end, only 2 of them were formally charged, while the
Okay.
others walked free. Then, in late November, 4 more suspects from Paris were detained, and one, thought to be the final member of the 4-man team, was charged while the remaining 3 were released. Now, this real-life event was definitely one of the most unique ones that SML has done, as the whole robbery sounds like the actual plot of an SML video.
That's true.
Because of how unrealistic everything seems. Hence, why not many people knew this video was based off a real-life event. But what about SML movie Junior Plays GTA 6? We see Junior and his friends hanging out bored, so they decide to watch TV, only to find out that GTA 6 got delayed again, sending them into a full-on meltdown. Junior then convinces Cody to try hacking Rockstar's servers so they can play the game early, and somehow Cody actually gets in, finds a secret beta, and sends it to Junior's PS5 before panicking and running away when Rockstar traces his IP.
Dollar Shave Club just created their best razor ever at a ridiculously low price. We have to find a way to cut costs.
Maybe we should replace the koi with regular.
Panicking and running away when Rockstar traces his IP. Junior and Joseph immediately start playing the beta and go wild doing all kinds of chaotic GTA stuff. Stealing cars, visiting strip clubs, robbing stores, and getting into huge in-game trouble. Until Jonathan shows up, realizes what they did, and accidentally gets blamed and arrested after Brooklyn Guy arrives. Just when the boys think they got away with everything and can keep playing, the game shuts down with a message saying it can no longer be played, leaving Junior screaming at Rockstar in frustration. Now, this video is based off 2 real-life events, starting with the most recent one, which is GTA 6 getting delayed yet again. This would be announced by Rockstar Games on November 6, 2025, and this news wasn't nice at all, as it had people really mad. This is how...
Yeah, fuck Rockstar. At that point, no cap.
I'm gonna be when you release the fucking game. I'm fed up already. However, this isn't the only real-life event this video is based off of, as it also portrays the huge Rockstar data breach that occurred back in 2021, where a guy hacked into Rockstar and leaked hundreds of GTA 6 development videos and gameplay from 2021. The hacker would use an Amazon Fire Stick and a hotel room TV to hack into the servers, which is insane for a data breach on a company this big, and even Junior would reference it in this video.
Yeah, you got those new glasses. The last guy who hacked them, he used a Fire Stick and a hotel TV to hack in, so you can use modern technology to hack into it.
Okay, but
Well, yeah, that's true, no cap.
he went to jail for a long time.
Now, the guy would end up getting arrested and sentenced to life in hospital prison. Yeah, hacking into a company this big is no joke.
That's bullshit.
However, accusing and framing someone for committing a huge crime is no joke either. But what about SML movie Cody Gets Stuck, which is actually based off of 2 real-life events in one video? The video starts with Junior and Joseph messing around with Ken when they accidentally toss him behind the fridge, leaving Cody panicking and running around the house trying to find him, while Chef Pee-Pee is way too busy doing his science experiment
Yeah.
with Diet Coke and Mentos.
The science experience that already exists, no cap.
Cody eventually gets himself stuck behind the fridge too, yelling for help while Junior and Joseph are talking about ending the world with a giant Mentos explosion and not paying attention. Junior even calls the cops, but Brooklyn Guy gets completely sidetracked with random stories, bad movie opinions, and a Darth Maul soda, before finally realizing that Cody might actually be near the fridge the whole time. In the end, Junior finds Cody stuck back there, refuses to help unless Cody finally admits Ken is a doll, and leaves him trapped, though at least he passes him a Darth Maul Coke. Now, the first real-life event is based off of the main plot of the video, which is Cody being stuck behind a fridge. This was based off the Larry Ellie Merlio McCandia case,
Okay.
which is about a 25-year-old man who would unexpectedly disappear in November 2009 after he was reportedly suffering from major hallucinations. He would leave his parents' home in the middle of the night and never be seen again. However, 10 years later, on the morning of January 24th, 2019, some contractors were taking out old freezer units in a former no-frills store that had been sitting empty since 2016. When they came across the remains of Larry, it took 6 months, until July, for investigators to confirm that the body was Larry. The blue clothes found with him also perfectly matched what he was reported to be wearing the exact day he went missing. Investigators would eventually figure out that he must have climbed on top of the fridge units and slipped sideways into the narrow 18-inch gap between the coolers and the wall. He fell all the way down the 12-foot drop and got
Yeah, that will happen though. But it's stupid on how it... I mean, I understand it, but... kinda stupid on how it takes that long to finally find... a dead person. Well, it would make sense. The world is big. but kinda it goes both ways. Like
trapped at the bottom. Now, this video wasn't exactly a 100% representation of the case, but it was pretty similar to say the least. However, the second real-life event is also a pretty tragic one. This one, on the other hand, was Brooklyn Guy's Nintendo animation, where this kid he went to high school with was named Stuck in a Cave Dave, and this guy would always get stuck in caves, no matter the circumstance. But one day, he would go to the Nutty Putty Cave to get stuck. However, it went wrong, as he would get stuck upside down 150 feet under in a 10-inch wide hole.
And then he went to Nutty Putty Cave and he got stuck upside down 150 feet underground in this 10-inch wide hole.
Rescue workers would try to save him, but they would just give up, knowing that he would get stuck somewhere again, and he would end up dying. Now, believe it or not, someone actually got stuck in the real Nutty Putty Cave, causing it to fully shut down. On November 24th, 2009, a 26-year-old man named John Edward Jones got stuck in the Nutty Putty Cave and died after being trespassed for more than a day. He and a few others had split from their group to look for a tight passage called the Birth Canal, but John accidentally crawled into an unmapped tunnel near an area known as Ed's Push, thinking it was the right spot. He had went head down in the narrow vertical crack, only 10 by 18 inches wide, and got wedged upside down with no room to move. Rescuers tried everything, even setting up an elaborate rope and pole system, but it failed under pressure and he slipped back down, eventually dying from the strain of being upside down.
Parents of children who play Roblox. If your child was sexually exploited, abused, or pressured to share explicit content,
And he slipped back down, eventually dying from the strain of being upside down for so many hours. This tragedy would be the ultimate reason why the Nutty Putty Cave got sealed up and shut down for good. Now, these real-life events were definitely sad because of all the deaths, to say the least, but SML movie Scooter's Birthday covers a real-life event that was sad to many kids around the world. In this video, Junior and Joseph are hanging out while eating white Reese's, when Scooter suddenly shows up announcing that it's his birthday, so the boys decide to take him to Chuck E. Cheese, only to see on the news that Chuck E. Cheese went bankrupt. They scramble for someone rich enough to save it, and after Chef Pee-Pee admits he's broke, they convince Richard to get his dad to buy the place, which he does, turning it into the super fancy and super expensive Goodman E. Cheese, where Junior finds out it costs $1,000 an hour just to have a birthday there. He and Scooter keep sneaking inside to play the games, but Goodman catches them every single time and throws them out. They finally manage to have a quick birthday moment with a happy birthday Scooter cake before Goodman loses it. And later at home, Scooter happily says that he had an awesome birthday and insists that every day is his birthday, much to Junior's frustration. Now, if it wasn't already clear, this video is based off of how in 2020, Chuck E. Cheese filed for bankruptcy in many places around the world. They would file a Chapter 11 bankruptcy due to the ongoing COVID pandemic at the time, which meant that they had to shut down hundreds of locations. This real-life event would impact many kids around the world who actually like Chuck E. Cheese. However, thankfully the company seems to have saved themselves as of 2025, as they haven't shut down any other locations in the past year. Now, this real-life event...
That's good, I guess.
And was on the worldwide news, as most knew this. But the real-life event in SML movie Jeffy the Bully, on the other hand, is based off a more personal real-life event when it comes to Logan's own life. Now, the main video wasn't what inspired the real-life event. It was actually one of Brooklyn Guy's stories yet again. In the short story, he explained how he used to get bullied in many different ways. However, one bully in specific was named Travis, and would bully him by putting a wasp nest in his backpack. And when Brooklyn Guy would open it, all of the wasps would sting him, and he would have to take his clothes off in class so they can get away.
I also used to get bullied by this guy named Travis. Now, Travis was a real freak. He put a wasp nest in my backpack, so whenever I opened my backpack, a bunch of wasps flew out and they started stinging me, so I ran around the classroom taking my clothes off. off. And then everybody just pointed at me and laughed and said, ha ha, tiny.
Now, as goofy as this story sounds, this actually happened in a really similar way. This would happen to a girl in Logan's reading class back in freshman year of high school, and Logan would even make a school skit on Chili's account portraying the story. In the video, Logan explained that one day in reading class, they were all doing an assignment, and the class was really quiet. And out of nowhere, a girl started yelling, and when everyone looks back, they saw her getting naked.
And then out of nowhere, I hear, and it's coming from behind. So we all turn around and look behind us, and there's this girl getting completely naked in class. Like, she is taking off shirt, bra, underwear, and like gets completely naked in class.
Now, this was definitely a really weird experience for a freshman, but it would turn out that earlier in the day, some kid put a wasp nest in the girl's hoodie, and because of this, all the wasps would get in her hoodie, and they would start stinging her during class.
During class, the wasp had gotten inside her hoodie and started stinging her. And so she took all her clothes off in class.
This situation is already crazy enough, but most of you are probably wondering why the dude even did this. Well, it turns out the guy was friends with Logan, and in Logan's next class, the guy would tell him that he did it on purpose because the girl rejected him.
Before I tell him the story, he says, "Bro, I asked this girl out and she told me no, so I put a wasp nest in her hoodie." And I went, she was in my class before me and she got stung.
And just 1 year later, out of nowhere, the kid would die due to getting hit by a car. Now, this
That's so.
story is also one that just seemed so unreal, but it ended up happening in Logan's crazy life. However, the real-life event portrayed in SML movie Junior Goes to the Moon was an event that also seemed super unreal at the time. This video starts with Dr. Finkelshitz airing a new episode, claiming that the moon landing was fake, and Junior gets totally hooked on this idea. So Cody cashes in a free lunch card with an astronaut to ask him about it. Brooklyn Guy would deny everything at first, but then admits that the landing was fake to beat the Russians, and even shows them some embarrassing behind-the-scenes bloopers
Yeah.
from the Hollywood set. Junior then talks him into going to the moon for real, using a $2 million budget. But after getting them suited up, Brooklyn Guy just fakes the trip again and secretly spends the money on new legs. When the
You don't need legs. You don't deserve them, ball buster, Brooklyn. Fuck you.
moon footage hits the news, Goodman instantly calls it fake, Brooklyn Guy's boss would see it too, and Brooklyn Guy ends up getting his brand new legs taken away as a punishment.
He deserves it.
Now, the main plot of the video was based off the first ever moon landing in American history. Back on July 20th, 1969, Apollo 11 pulled off something that the world had only dreamed about. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin hopped in this little spacecraft called the Eagle and actually landed it on the moon. No big deal, right? Armstrong climbed his way down, paused on the ladder, and dropped that iconic line about one small step and one giant leap for mankind.
Hey, Alexa, stop.
The two of them spent the next few hours doing all the classic moon stuff, wandering around in low gravity, scooping up rocks, planting the American flag, and broadcasting the whole thing live back to millions on Earth.
Two sober introverts walk
Okay.
onto a Virgin Voyages cruise.
Hippity hopping over hill and dale.
Meanwhile, Michael Collins was up above them, quietly circling the moon in the command module, keeping everything running smoothly. It was the moment that pretty much sealed the US win in the space race, and changed history forever. It's honestly crazy how they were actually able to get a video of it back in the 60s, and the quality is amazing for the time. It's just insane how many underestimate how advanced technology was in the 60s. However, another iconic event that was recorded was the Will Smith slap, but this one wasn't as wholesome. We see this in SML movie The Film Project. In this video, Jackie Chu announces a film project with an Oscar on the line, sending Junior, Cody, and Joseph home to argue about whose movie idea is the best. Cody even borrows Junior's Lego
Yeah.
Titanic for his masterpiece. The next day, the class shows off a wild mix of films, from Joseph's dramatic sock soap opera to Jeffy's fruit whore flick, Penelope's unfinished parody adventurous romance, and Cody's over-the-top Titanic, and Junior's chaotic monster disaster movie. After Junior cracks a joke about Cody's mom, Cody storms up and slaps him, leading to the whole class going silent.
So, guys, what'd you think of the movie, huh? Hey, Cody, did you see your mom in the movie? How she's a big, fat, ugly pig? Uh-oh, here comes Cody. Cody just slapped the shit out of me.
Keep my mom's name out your fucking mouth.
It was a your mom's a pig joke.
Keep my mom's name out your fucking mouth.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, he won't do it for long, Cody. You know that.
In the end, Jackie Chu announces Cody as the winner, and Cody celebrates awkwardly, but proudly, as he picks up his Oscar and thanks everyone, well, except for Junior. Now, that recreation of the Will Smith slap in SML was for sure a cinematic masterpiece.
And Junior deserves to get slapped in the face, no care.
But to recap what happened in real life, Chris Rock would be set on stage at the Oscar ceremony in 2022, and during his speech, he would comment on Will Smith's wife Jada's appearance at the ceremony, saying, "Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it."
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
However, Will Smith wouldn't take this lightly,
Okay.
as he would go on and slap Chris Rock, and he would say the infamous, "Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth."
I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Now, this incident would be really
That's tough.
iconic and be memed about on social media for a while, hence why SML would recreate it. However, SML would also recreate and reference another incident just a few years back in SML movie Junior's Credit Card, specifically the part where Junior is playing with this huge new Thomas train that he bought. In the segment, he's role-playing as a train conductor, and he would end up seeing a kid with headphones, and since a train can't stop right away, he would run over the kid and kill him.
Oh, no. There's a kid on the train tracks. Hey, kid, take your headphones out. Where's the horn? Kid, get out of the way. Oh, no. Ew, look at all the blood and guts. Oh, we just killed a kid.
Now, when it comes to the real-life event tied to this, it's actually another one of Logan's more personal events.
Okay.
Around the time they filmed this video, kids would get run over by trains left and right in his area, specifically while wearing headphones, and Logan would explain in his own reaction video to the video why he made that scene.
Okay, I made this joke because recently there was a kid that got killed by a train in this area. And people get killed by trains a lot where we live, on the train tracks. They'll walk with headphones in. So it had happened, like, I think it was like twice in 1 week here.
This real-life event is definitely an interesting one, but the real-life event portrayed in SML movie Cody's Lawsuit is a more popular event. The video kicks off with the boys waiting for the bus, and after some joking around, Cody gets himself stuck in the bus door once he was waiting to climb on the bus steps, because he reached down to pick up a quarter and ended up getting run over while Jackie Chu drove off without even noticing. Cody survives, but winds up in a full-body cast, and after Nurse Jackie mentions that they could get rich by suing the school, Cody and his parents team up with Mr. Goodman to take the whole thing to court. The trial turns into absolute chaos. Goodman uses dramatic speeches, Brooklyn Guy blames Jackie Chu's egg rolls, random photos get thrown around, and even Judy kisses the judge, which
Yeah. Typical stuff in SML.
magically wins the case. In the end, Cody technically wins his $5 million, but after all the fees, he's left with only a quarter, making the whole wild ordeal basically pointless.
Hey, at least it wasn't a penny.
Right. Now, as crazy as this may sound, this actually occurred in real life, and it was actually with a 6-year-old girl way back in 2015. In the situation, she would be getting off the bus, and the bus driver seemingly wasn't paying attention on if she got off or not, as she closed the doors pretty quickly, and due to this, the doors would end up grabbing the backpack of the girl, and she would end up stuck on the bus and dragged until the students started...
Want deeper sleep, so you take magnesium. You want more energy? Take caffeine. You want to ease neck pain and tension? You take ibuprofen. You want to lower stress and cortisol? You take ashwagandha. Want to boost your immune system?
And telling her to stop. There is a video of this, but some of you may find it disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, that honestly fucked up. I mean, people should honestly, I get it. But people do honestly need to pay attention better, no cap.
Moments never made public before as a child gets dragged while exiting her school bus. The 6-year-old child's backpack was stuck in between the double doors. She tried to break free, but doesn't have enough time before the bus starts moving. She tried to run with the bus.
Now, this one mistake definitely put some huge problems on the driver's hands, as she would immediately get fired from being a bus driver, along
It was deserved. You deserve to get fired from being a bus driver at that point. No
with
kid.
having to go to court for this, and getting sued by the parents. According to the parents, the girl would get severe nerve damage and PTSD, and has had to go through multiple surgeries. This situation is hands down one of the craziest in this video so far, as acts like these don't happen often, and it just seems very dumb from the driver's perspective. But an SML movie Chicken Jockey, we see another dumb but rather funny real life event be recreated.
Yeah.
In this video, Junior, Cody, Joseph, and Jeffy are hyping themselves up to absolutely destroy the Minecraft movie premiere, planning everything from fireworks and silly string all the way to a live chicken. And by the time the movie starts, they're fully committed in turning Chicken Jockey into the most chaotic moment in theater history. When the scene finally happens, they go completely feral. Piss, popcorn, fireworks, gunshots, and chicken guts. This would cause the entire theater to burn down, and they would end up on the news as wanted criminals, which they celebrate until they realize Joseph never filmed any of it. Brooklyn Guy shows up to arrest them, and the boys brag about pulling the greatest chicken jockey of all time. They instead get dragged out to court, where Judge Poobie sentences them to build a brand new movie theater by tomorrow, or go to prison for 5 years. In the end, the boys solve the problem by just building the theater in Minecraft. And although Judge Poobie realizes they technically tricked him, he lets it slide, meaning they somehow win by doing the absolute bare minimum. Now, this video fully portrays the trend.
Was it really a trick? Or did you weren't really Pacific to begin with, Judge Poobie, no good.
That was occurring around the time the Minecraft movie came out. And in this trend, people would go absolutely crazy when Jack Black said chicken jockey and would throw popcorn and go insane. However, the video mainly portrayed a movie theater that the user Lauren Lund on TikTok went to. And this one was for sure the craziest, as it had a live chicken there, silly string, popcorn being thrown, and insane yelling. Except the theater obviously didn't burn down like in the video, and everyone would get kicked out for this.
Hey, you gotta have a little bit, you gotta have fun in movie theaters, no cap.
Due to all of this absolute shenanigans, the theater had to fully stop the movie, which has never been done because of a situation like this. Never seen a movie get paused in a theater. Theaters are gonna start skipping the chicken jockey part. However, not only did the Minecraft movie get stopped, but in SML movie Mr. Goodman's Revenge, we see a real-life event that caused Logan to stop one of his relationships. In this video, Mario is just chilling on the couch, texting Jeffy when he starts smashing a hole in the wall with a hammer. And while Mario is dealing with that disaster, Rosalina snoops through his text, sees Peach's name with a heart emoji, and instantly gets jealous. Mario accidentally insults her, Rosalina grabs the hammer, and after she ends up throwing it through Mr. Goodman's car, intending to hit Mario, she gets arrested, and Mario has to humiliatingly wear a red thong and run errands for Goodman in hope he'll drop the charges. After this, everything spirals. McDonald's gives them an egg roll instead of a Big Mac. Rosalina yells at Mario from jail. Chef Pee-Pee freaks out over the thong. Cod randomly shows up with a DUI story. Mario burns the pizza that he was supposed to make for Goodman, and in the end, Goodman punches Mario. God witnesses it, and Mario uses that to force Goodman into dropping the charges so Rosalina could come home. Now, this video was based off of the Logan and Adriana relationship. As we all know, Adriana was Logan's girl from late 2019 to 2021. And recently, in late 2024, we found out that Adriana abused Logan during December 2020. Clips would surface of her standing in front of Logan's car, yelling at him in public. But more specifically, the video was based off the clip where
It starts with Celsius. Feel I can feel good about. I'm gonna need it. I'm training for life. From after-school pickups to meal prep to
the clip where she was threatening Logan with a knife.
She's coming at me with a knife to kill me. 911? Hey! Hey, Adriana, listen.
Give me my phone. Give me my phone with the video of you trying to save me after splitting my wrist.
Okay, it's not here. Look here. It's not in my pocket. Look. It's not in my pocket. Here.
Along with that, around this time, she would also get arrested for assault on Logan and property damage on Logan's car, which likely is Goodman's car in the video. And to add bread to the butter, this video would come out 2 or 3 weeks after this all went down, which shows even more that this was based off of Adriana's abuse towards Logan. Fun fact, this episode is inspired by the real-life events of Adriana getting arrested for assaulting Logan and damaging his cars with a hammer. But this wouldn't be the only time Logan referenced real-life events with his past girls. As in SML movie The School Dance, he introduces a whole character based off the real-life experience Chili had in early 2020. In this video, we would see Jackie Chu announcing that there's going to be a school dance, and suddenly shows off his conjoint daughters, Ping and Pong, which leads Cody to ask one of them out for extra credit, while Junior panics because everyone else already has dates. Junior tries asking the new girl, Maria, but she shuts him down so hard that he goes home and tries to convince Chef Pee-Pee to dress up as a hot girl to be his date. They show up at the dance, and everyone instantly realizes Junior's date is just Chef Pee-Pee in a wig, but Junior keeps the act going anyway to make Maria jealous. It totally fails. Chef Pee-Pee
typical. It would fail, okay.
He bails in disgust, and we even see a new character be introduced, which leads us right into our real-life event for the video. A new character named Roy Githard would be at the school dance, and according to Cody, he's the coolest guy in school. Along with that, Cody claims that he already has 2 kids and a divorce, and best of all, he's got free Super Bowl tickets.
Who's Roy Githard?
Who is Roy Githard Jr.? He's only the coolest guy in school.
I've never heard of him before.
Yeah, rumor has it he's already got a divorce and a kid.
But we're so young, though. Oh, dude, he's lived a full life. How'd he get that Super Bowl ticket?
He didn't pay for it, I'll tell you that much.
How'd he get it?
Well, apparently he just spent his time going to Super Bowls with other people's girls that he didn't pay for, which he could because he has a Rolex.
Now, this character would be blatantly mocking a person named Roy Githard, which is one of Chili's first boyfriends that she cheated on Logan with. In 2020, Chili would go to the Super Bowl with Logan and Roy would go for free with Chili. Lavelle would obviously notice that this was happening and post it on Instagram. Now, honestly, Logan referencing the dumb things that his exes have done is always funny to see. But in SML movie Jeffy Goes to the Zoo, we see another funny yet sad real-life event. In this video, Mario just wants to watch TV, but Jeffy keeps interrupting him with potty confusion until Mario finally bribes him to use the bathroom like a big boy, which somehow leads to nothing being in the toilet and Jeffy making random animal noises. Because of this, Mario decides to take him to the zoo, where Brooklyn Guy shows them around. Jeffy keeps spanking his diaper, and things go downhill fast when Jeffy gets scared by a giraffe and jumps straight into Harambe's enclosure. Harambe gets shot to save Jeffy, the news blows up, Donkey Kong threatens revenge, and everyone blames Mario, even after Mario tries and fails to defend himself on live TV. In the end, Rosalina convinces him to join the Dicks Out for Harambe movement. Mario embarrasses himself on camera and becomes a weird sort of hero. Now, this video is based off the sad incident of Harambe's death, which occurred in 2016. Harambe would end up getting shot
Okay.
because a 3-year-old boy would end up climbing into the gorilla enclosure in Cincinnati Zoo, and Harambe would be near him at the time, and
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
he would grab him and start dragging him around.
The family tries desperately to keep him calm as Harambe takes him out of sight. Harambe drags the boy around the moat and up a ladder for a total of 10 minutes as the zoo's dangerous animal responds and anxiously decides what to do next.
Unfortunately, because of this, Harambe would have to get shot and killed to save the little boy. However, the reactions of people would be unexpected. A lot of people didn't like how Harambe got shot, and how the zoo took care of the situation. And along with that, they would also blame the child's mom for not supervising him enough. After the kid kept saying that he wanted to go inside the gorilla enclosure, people around the world would start the hashtag Justice for Harambe and mass hate on the mother online. Mommy's right here. Sounds like Mommy wasn't when the kid fell in. A parent not being responsible shouldn't cost a gorilla's life. Imagine being a gorilla and doing a better job at taking care of a child than an actual mother. Even to this day, people feel like the zoo didn't take correct action.
Well, yeah, that would make sense.
Lots of people still miss Harambe. However, if TikTok stayed banned, people would also miss it to this day. Which brings us to SML movie.
Yeah.
Junior saves TikTok. In this video, Junior, Cody, and Joseph are chilling on the red couch watching TikToks, when suddenly the news comes on and announces that TikTok will be banned, unless an American company buys it, which sends all three of them into full-on panic mode. They decide the only way to save the app is to get food review legend Keith Lee to try out Chef Pee-Pee's cooking, to boost it to $1 billion business, and use that imaginary money to buy TikTok. However, they fake the meal with Denny's, and Keith Lee ends up dying from the rare state after everything falls.
Well, typical Denny's probably, okay? Most likely.
Apart, the boys sit around depressed, realize they could have just faked a video instead, and then turn on the news only to learn Keith Lee's death basically guarantees that TikTok is doomed. And just when they think, come on. Ideas, Junior's phone mysteriously talks to them, courtesy of a Chinese spy telling them to watch more TikToks. So they shrug, give up, and scroll anyway. Now, if it wasn't already obvious, this video is referencing the huge real-life event that happened back in January of 2025, where after years of speculation and many rumored dates of TikTok being shut down, on January 18th, 2025, TikTok users would see this pop-up alert on their screen upon opening TikTok. The alert was scary and sad to see, as every time there was speculation or rumors about TikTok being banned, it never made it to this extent. This notification would freak everyone out, and people would already start getting sad about the upcoming ban. Guys, I'm gonna be sad. You will be missed. And after this notification, at around 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, TikTok would be officially shut down for good, prompting fans with this message.
Well, to be honest, also, just wanna let... Well... It didn't immediately go after that for some people, because I was on TikTok live during that time, and my live stream ended and stopped producing audio probably like a few minutes after. So just, yeah. Me and my friend was both on my live stream at the time, no care. Also, we were planning that anyway to see what would happen. And when stuff happens, we always love to do stuff to find out. No care.
After everyone saw this, it seemed like the indefinite end of TikTok. Everyone would start switching to shady apps like RedNote and rip-off TikTok app. Message. After everyone saw this, it seemed like the indefinite end of TikTok. Everyone would start switching to shady apps like RedNote and rip-off TikTok.
Yeah, those are kinda shady apps.
Apps. However, the next morning, everything changes real quick. Early in the morning, fans would open TikTok and see that they were able to use it again. They saw this notification pop up, and TikTok was officially back. Now, this wouldn't be permanent, as this unban was until an American company would buy TikTok. And as of December 2025, a deal for US investors to buy TikTok's American operations from ByteDance, which is the company that owns TikTok, is already being set up and has been approved by President Trump, with ByteDance keeping a minority stake. Process of
Okay.
transferring ownership and user data is underway, but it's a bit complicated. Facing delays and still needs a few final approvals as of late 2025.
Yeah.
A new US-controlled company featuring investors like Oracle is supposed to run the American version of the app. Users will eventually have to switch to a new app once everything is finalized, but the timing and details of that transition are still being figured out. However, all that matters is that we're still able to use one of our favorite go-to apps. But let's take a short break from all the crazy and sad real-life events and look at something that's simply funny. And that is an SML movie, Mario's Hobo Problem. Specifically, the first interaction between Mario and Hansel in the beginning of the video. We see Mario in his...
Yeah, his name is Hansel. For the ones that don't know. But I guess people don't realize that, or people forgot. But yeah, his name is Hansel, no cap.
With a leftover cheeseburger, and a homeless man would all of a sudden come up to his car and ask for money. Mario would not want to at first, but eventually he felt bad and gave in, giving Hansel a $20 bill. However, Hansel would see that Mario had a leftover cheeseburger and would ask Mario for that too. And Mario, being the nice guy that he was, he gave in again and gave him the leftovers. But upon Mario coming home, he would be greeted to Shrek, making a huge mess in the bathroom. And nobody could fix this, so Mario would decide to go to Hansel as he saw that he needed work, and upon going up to him, Mario would get the iconic Cheeseburger Man name that he has to this day.
I gave you the Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's true.
Buffalo Wild. And the $20 and the cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
We wanna try Buffalo Wild Wings. Maybe we will.
Cheeseburger Man.
Cheeseburger Man.
Yeah.
Now, this part in specific actually happened to Logan in real life. Around the time this video was filmed, Logan would give his leftover cheeseburger to a homeless man, and the homeless man would give Logan the nickname Cheeseburger Man.
Alright guys, so there's a story behind this. I went to a cheeseburger place, and when I left, a homeless man actually asked me for my cheeseburger, and I gave it to him, and he started calling me Cheeseburger Man.
Wait, what?
Yes, this video is based off of a true story. Well, not the whole plot, but the reason why the homeless guy starts calling Mario Cheeseburger Man is because I gave a homeless guy a cheeseburger one time, and he started calling me Cheeseburger Man.
Now,
afternoon, everyone. Max here, your Florida representative for Wiotech.
Yeah, that will most likely happen. No cap.
On Naval Air Station, Pensacola, Florida, where the Navy and Marine Corps bring their absolute best pilots together to showcase their skills. If you're one of those that wants to be part of the best,
Man, it's because I gave a homeless guy a cheeseburger one time, and he started calling me Cheeseburger Man.
Now, a homeless man calling Logan Cheeseburger Man is pure comedy, but Logan's Toaster Strudel real-life event might be even funnier. And we see this in SML movie Junior's Toaster Strudel. The video kicks off with Junior and his friends arguing about whether Marlin from Finding Nemo could beat up Lilo from Lilo and Stitch, which somehow turns into a debate about corn on the cob, toaster strudels, and then the shocking discovery that Junior literally has never eaten a toaster strudel in his life. Determined to prove he can make one, Junior ignores every obvious instruction, microwaves them to charcoal, and then eventually sticks a metal fork into the toaster, getting himself electrocuted so badly that everyone thinks he's dead, and starts roasting him harder than the strudels. While Junior's ghosts watch, his dad and friends talk about how unbelievably stupid he is, with Cody and Penelope even making out in front of his dead body, until Brooklyn guy snaps him back to life and explains that he almost died doing one of the dumbest things possible. In the end, Junior learns absolutely nothing, still wants a toaster strudel, and Chef Pee-Pee refuses to make him one because he's too busy laughing at how close Junior came to being a cautionary tale. The plot of this video was definitely a funny one, and it turns out Logan made the same mistake a week before this video was filmed. Essentially, Logan put a toaster strudel in the microwave, and he didn't see the toaster instructions at first. But upon seeing the toaster instructions, he would put it in the toaster, and when it was done, he would take it out with a fork because he didn't know how to take it out without burning himself. So this video is based off a true story that happened about a week ago. I had never used a toaster or made a toaster strudel before, and I tried to make one in the microwave. There was no microwave instructions on the box. Then, when I did use a toaster, I didn't know how to take the hot strudel out of the toaster without burning my hand, so I tried to use a fork. Don't try that. The fact that Logan actually did this makes it so much funnier. However, a real-life event that wasn't as funny was the real-life event at the end of SML movie Jeffy's YouTube channel. In this video, Jeffy tries to be a YouTuber in many ways, but fails. However, by the end of the video, Mario decided to add Paul to the end of his YouTube name. Because of Hogan Paul's controversial success, Jeffy would blow up, and this would cause Jeffy's next video to be him going to explore a forest. And after this video releases, they lose everything.
I'm gonna go film a
Yeah, but typical Jeffy though.
video in the forest.
Okay, oh my god, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I don't see how this could go wrong at all.
Spoke too soon.
Wow, that went really bad.
Jeffy, why did you think that was a good idea?
The views, Danny.
What are we gonna do?
Now, this part in specific is a reference to the very infamous Logan Paul dead body in the forest incident.
Okay.
Back in New Year's Eve of 2017, Logan Paul was taking a trip to Japan when, and in a vlog he filmed, he decided to visit the Suicide Forest, which has a very heavy reputation for being a place where a lot of people choose to disappear. Now, they would end up filming their whole visit, and at one point, they would end up finding an actual dead body.
Yeah, when he was only 21.
No.
It ain't true. Logan. Excuse me?
Obviously, I can't show the body, as it's heavily against YouTube's terms of service, and Logan Paul would see this, as they would kick him out of the YouTube Partner Program after this video was posted, and held off any collabs that they planned with Logan. Now, this would cause Logan Paul to post the infamous apology video, where bro literally reads off a script. Travis Scott's apology makes this look like a masterpiece. Bro had ChatGPT early access. This real-life event definitely had people going crazy, but for a valid reason. However, the real-life event in SML movie Black Yoshi's Chicken Sandwich also had people going crazy for a dumb reason. The video starts with Black Yoshi just wanting some KFC, but when Mario tries to watch TV, the news comes on about the new Popeye's Chicken Sandwich that is already sold out, which immediately sends Black Yoshi into full-on obsession mode. He spends the whole day running around trying to get one, even breaking into a news station. And later that night, after failing again, Jeffy ends up causing chaos by dropping a vacuum off the balcony and knocking Black Yoshi out cold. At the hospital, the doctor says the only way to save him is a Popeye's chicken sandwich. So Mario and the lone dolphin go on a ridiculous heist to steal one from a guy who refuses to share. They finally get it, give it to Black Yoshi, and he pops out of a coma instantly and walks off eating it like nothing happened, leaving Mario confused at the end. Now, obviously, this is based off of the Popeye's chicken sandwich, having people go on an absolute rampage back in 2019. Basically, Popeyes finally dropped a chicken sandwich. However, it was just an ordinary chicken sandwich, like an...
I like Papa's chicken sandwiches, and that's no good.
Any other fast food chain. But for some reason...
Also, along with KFC's chicken sandwiches, and also... Honestly, yeah. I will actually add one from KFC. But Albi's...
This sandwich sold out everywhere, and had people waiting in lines fighting for the sandwich. The situation got so out of hands to the point where people started listing them on eBay for thousands of dollars.
Wasn't that serious, but okay.
Now, all of these SML videos based off of real life events were yet again super insane. And if you enjoyed the video, I suggest checking out part 1 if you haven't, or if not, go watch another video. I'm sure you'll like whatever you find on the channel. Subscribe to, I don't know, just do something. Okay, bye. SML has made...
Okay, hope you liked my reaction to this video, and also go find the video to watch Sunday and Bulldogs as well, along with SML Universe. No care. So, without further ado, if you liked the reaction, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you want us to act next. Dayton Bulldogs. Until next time, Dayton Bulldogs. And we are out. Until next time.